This program is produced by New Mexico PBS for a presentation of Vision Maker Media with major funding provided by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
Uranium mining is a practice that cannot be reversed. The waste that's created is radioactive and will remain radioactive for millions of years. This area right here is known as Section 8.
Grassroots groups are continuing to fight development, which they see as harmful to people on the Navajo Nation. Leona Morgan is one of those who spent years fighting uranium mining on Navajo land.
This particular area is very significant because it's a privately owned land that a company had acquired permits to do in situ leach mining in 1989, and that was challenged by several individuals, communities, and organizations. So this site in particular is really significant for me because the work I did was to basically make sure that it stays the way it is. When they do in situ leach mining, they cannot clean the water after it's done. No land, no aquifer has ever been fully restored to pre-mining conditions after it was mined. We're concerned about our water quality and water quantity, but also what are the impacts to future generations and, access to safe drinking water. So this is HRI, currently URI's processing facility, and inside this chain-linked fence, this whole area is their private land. So if they did start in Church Rock, this would be the site where they would process it into yellowcake. And so right here, we're standing outside of a facility that never operated at full capacity.
Tell us a little bit about how you feel personally being a Navajo woman, Indigenous woman, and taking on this fight.
In our culture, it's a matrilineal society, and so a lot of the major decisions, traditionally were made by women, and not, as it is today in the heteropatriarchal society of the United States. It wasn't that way traditionally. So for me, I feel very comfortable doing this work because I feel that I have the ability from my culture to act as a strong voice and to, be a decision maker when, people are doing strategy or organizing, when the government is proposing something, when the state or our tribe are, up to no good. It's pretty much, I feel like, not just women, it's everybody's job to talk to elected officials and especially the departments that oversee and permit, sites like this.
And when we look at voting and we're looking, coming into U.S. presidential election, how would you rate uranium mining as one of the issues when it comes to choosing a candidate?
A lot of people I know do not vote, and that's because, the taking of this land was done so very violently, and so it's basically like submitting, to the oppressor. The American imperialist system has created, military bases, has this huge arsenal of nuclear weapons, and right now, whoever you vote for, besides being, subjugating yourself to the oppressor, you're also, voting for a candidate who is going to be charged with protecting or defending this nation, and that's done largely through nuclear weapons. And the larger issue is, how do we stop nuclear weapons? And so for me, either candidate is not going to make a difference, for us as Indigenous people living in a land where there's uranium mining. I vote, I'm a super voter, I vote, in different elections, not because I support any political candidate, not because I support any political party, but because oftentimes the issues that we're working on will go to the ballot as maybe a bond issue, or maybe, a certain judge might be up for election. And so there's a lot of other things at play when it comes to the elections. It's playing their game. It's being a good Indian, I guess, as it were, putting on a suit or, dressing in a not how your grandmother dressed, but going, into these foreign spaces and using, the oppressor's language and having a lot of things on paper. And these are not traditional methods that our people had, So to balance that, it's also important to, have your protection prayers, have your ceremonies, have that cultural backing, because there has to be a balance. It can't just be all, in this Western style. It has to, as an Indigenous person, we have to use all the tools in our toolbox. And so one of those is voting, attending meetings, going to ceremony, and then, if you have time and energy, going to march, going to protests. But it's not one or the other. It has to be a mixture of all these strategies.
This program is produced by New Mexico PBS for a presentation of Vision Maker Media with major funding provided by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.